Hi, and welcome to my Just Paper assignment. So when I went to Trisha's website and looked at the Symbaloo, I searched several of them and I ended up settling on the magical snowflakes. Seemed like the right thing for this type of year, and that seemed like something I might could do. So when I clicked the button, it took me to Spruce Craft, and that one had about 10 or 11 different snowflake crafts, but I wanted something beyond just how to cut a snowflake. There were some really cute ones on there. There was one where you used paper tube rolls and cut them in sections and glued them together to make a three-dimensional snowflake, and that was really pretty. The one that I ended up with was very different. I ended up making a stained glass snowflake because honestly, I had a ton of glitter glue left over from a previous project when I had made calm down bottles for my classroom. So I figured it was going to be a great way to use up some of my extra glitter glue. So I didn't have any pre-cut snowflakes like the craft required. No one has those lying around, but that was an easy problem to solve. I could make a cut snowflake, no problem. I actually had black paper on hand, so that made it a little bit easier. What the craft called for you to do is to color the white snowflake with Sharpie, so it looked more like traditional stained glass. But I did cut out my black snowflake. My problem happened was when they required you to use parchment paper and glue stick to just lightly glue it down to keep it flat, but I didn't have a glue stick, and so I tried double stick tape. Nothing would stick to the parchment paper at all. So I was really struggling with how to get it to lay flat so that the glitter glue wouldn't ooze out. I ended up switching to wax paper, and wax paper worked absolutely wonderfully. The double stick tape stuck it down, no problem. You can see all the glitter glue that I had, and so I was able to get the glitter glue in there nice and thick. What I should have done is read through all the directions before I got excited and started the craft, because you have to let it dry for 24 to 48 hours. So I was a little bit worried that I wasn't going to finish my project on time. So I dried it with a hairdryer just a little bit, but it worked fine. This morning I woke up, I went to bed last night, it was still a little wet. Woke up this morning and it was perfectly dry. The wax paper came off fine. There was a little bit that was stuck at the middle, but it doesn't affect the way the snowflake looked at all. So for the final project, you can see that the internet version that they have posted looks gorgeous. The bottom one is my version, and this is the final product. It actually turned out pretty good. You can, when you put it up against the window, you can see the glitter, and it's a little bit different than your traditional snowflake. This particular craft did not have a how-to video with it, but it had the step-by-step directions complete with photographs, and it was extremely easy to follow. I don't think you would need a how-to video on it, but if I was going to do one, I would front load the person ahead of time of some of the problems that they might encounter. One thing that I learned was to be patient. Kids, however, are notoriously impatient, so maybe some sort of quicker version as an alternative to this. If glitter glue isn't in your wheelhouse or you don't have 24 hours, you could use parchment paper or vellum and tissue paper and maybe color it with marker, or you could use melted crayon that would dry a little bit quicker. You just wouldn't be able to see through it as much. Kids love glitter glue. I would probably not use this particular one with my kids in class because that's a lot of people, and glitter glue can be really, really expensive. I would also maybe not use this particular one unless I had adjusted their expectations so that they understood ahead of time, hey, you're going to create this today, but it's going to take you a day or two to get your final product. Or come up with some sort of alternative. But overall, it was a very fun craft to make. It was super simple and easy. I happened to have all the materials, so it made it not very difficult to do at all. And I hope that you enjoyed the video.